Some, Lose Some is presented by Bet Rivers, your hometown sportsbook. Check out their daily specials at BetRivers.com.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Molly Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
Giddy up. Johnson to score the first touchdown, 7-1, right down the field. No problem there. That was something. 5 plays. Ha, total embarrassment. Absolutely, with all those guys out. And how about the Dodgers, right? Down 2-0. Kelly gets hurt. And you're going with a bullpen game anyways. And Fried had nothing. And it's the Chris Taylor game. I would love to see props on this. I mean, maybe they do exist. I never see them. But I'd love to see 2-3 home runs in a game, grand slam, all that stuff. Taylor hits 3 bombs. To hit a home run, the Dodgers win, paid 8-1. Pollock to go deep, and the Dodgers win, 7-1. Dodger fans here complaining about, he goes deep when it's 8-2, like the Sammy Sosa. That's what Sosa used to do all the time.
How about this from Bob Nightingale? He pointed this out with Max Fried. He had a league-low 1.55 ERA in his last 14 starts. Couldn't even make it 5 innings last night.
No.
Strikeout prop was 4.5. I bet the over. Nope, had no chance.
Freeman hit a home run, paid 4-1. He went deep early, but again, that's all Atlanta gets. Dodgers are $1.70 tomorrow with Scherzer on the road. Can they do it again, down 3-1?
That's a big number. Exactly like last year. Boy, I mean it.
Scherzer and Buehler. Here we go.
I don't think the Dodgers win this series because I think the Braves win one of them at home to take it. But it's baseball. I mean, I guess you can't really be stunned if anything happens.
Other props from the game last night. Longest touchdown prop under. Longest field goal prop goes over. Bridgewater touchdown passes over. That was plus money. A couple good videos. Radio and podcast people. Subscribe, VSiN.com. Get up there, everything we do. This is called at the local store. I told the dog can get any toy he wants. Any toy he wants. Come in, okay? And he jumps right in. There you go. Everything's $2.99. Why not?
Have at it.
Can I get 5 of them? Right? The owner was surprised at this. I don't know. I guess they just thought she just grabbed something, but he just jumps right in the tub and goes crazy. What is that, Walmart or something? Look at that. Jumps right in. She says he can have any toy he wants. All right. This is great. This is a great picture. Yeah, so proud. You see he's got what he has in his mouth. Ripped apart the living room. Look at all the toilet paper, what this guy did. That's a tornado that went off.
Oh, that entire place is in shambles.
Yeah.
That's, wow.
He is proud with the toy in his mouth.
Look
what I just did, huh?
Yeah.
Look what
I got it. I found it, buddy.
You know our friend Tony, he got that husky.
Yeah.
Every time he leaves, it eats a different mattress. He's down like 4 or 5 mattresses. I go, you got to take it to doggy daycare. He goes, why? I go, either you're paying $2,000 or $8, $4 an hour. $4 an hour doggy daycare. He's chewing mattresses. Abandonment issues, typical with us.
I was going to say, can he cage it? But I'm guessing no, because that's
no, they go crazy.
Howl like nuts.
Okay. That's right. You'll wake up the whole neighborhood. What's going on? They call animal control on it. That's wild. Lose some Broncos. Now the look-ahead line was 6, but we'll call it 4 down to 1.5. That was no good. As the Broncos lose by 3. The only people that won were early to the dance. Louisiana from 15 up to 18. Lucky to win the game against Arkansas State.
I'd say.
SMU Tulane under 73 down to 70. And hockey unders yesterday. 8-1-1. Not a lot of punch in the hockey. I want to lose some video. I think it might be fake. But in any event, we have some crazy rides here. New York has a roller coaster. You got the Stratosphere you go all the way up to the top. I did that once, never again. I don't know where this is, but look at this thing. You got people hanging out there. It shoots you up, and then you come down, and then it spins you up on the side, like throws you out like an octopus or something. It's like the War of the Worlds with those the machines, what they were doing. Look at this thing, right? Now, can this be real?
Okay, so I tweeted this out weeks ago, and pretty much the entire response was, this took off on the internet a couple years back.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely fake.
Yeah, okay.
But I would tell you this, how good is that person who edited that?
Right.
Because it does look real.
And then at the end, you drop all the way down.
Yeah, and then you're thinking about it, and you're thinking, wait a second here. There's no chance they could actually do this to human beings. Look, that part right there?
Right.
Come on.
Oh, that's wild. Bet for the books. Broncos, Browns under 44 down to 39.5. Warriors, Clippers over 226 up to 229. Fell 228. Florida Atlantic from 2 up to 6.5. Routed Charlotte. It's San Jose State from 4 up to 6. Won and covered somehow. Down 17-3. UNLV runs out the clock in the last 7 minutes. Incredible.
Right in my kidney.
Yep. Win some, lose some. Presented by Bet Rivers. They're making this weekend's slate of football matchups even sweeter with their new same-game parlays. More on that coming up. Mix and match your bets. Bet straight up or put a teaser in play. You control the combinations with the new BetRivers same-game parlays. Try one this weekend and get on the action.
Let me pay off the tease here quickly. Division odds have changed, I would say, after like 10 days since the sport started. It's completely flipped now, where at BetRivers, the Knights are $1.18 to win the Pacific in the NHL. Oilers are plus 145. I know in other spots out here in Las Vegas, they've actually moved Edmonton to minus money.
That's incredible.
And they were 4-1
last night. Vegas lost the other night, right?
And Edmonton was around 4-1 just like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yep.
And now they play tonight in a back-to-back for the Oilers, and they won 5-1 last night.
Arizona's terrible.
They're really bad.
Boy, they give up goals for fun, as Nigel would say. All right, how about the big one? It's bipocalypse, so we don't have a lot going on in the NFL. All the late games, you got huge point spreads, but all these teams, only 6 early games. But the marquee game, Baltimore and Cincinnati. Show me game. All right, here we go. You've already equaled your win total from last year. But the last 3 times, head-to-head, utter destruction and domination. Last year, 27-3 and 38-3. And then the other meeting, a couple years ago, the last meeting was 49-13. In the last meeting, Baltimore's won 5 in a row head-to-head, by the way. In the last meeting, they had, 400 yards rushing? It was ridiculous what they did in that game.
Yeah.
So the last two meetings, they've outscored them 65-6. They've had 5 straight losing seasons, speaking of Cincinnati. We'll find out where they're at, because they're hot. They won 5 in a row. They look great against the Chargers. Bengals are a good story, but this is the ultimate show-me game. And Baltimore, total domination, what they did. To hold the Chargers down, the rushing yards were 187-26. That was ridiculous what happened last week.
So I do like Cincinnati plus the points in this game.
Really?
Yeah, I do, and I'm going to have to hold my nose on this one. I get that. But this Cincinnati team is different than teams in years past. I would say they're actually pretty decent. The defense, I think, is a little underrated. It's, put it this way, the Broncos get all the hype. A team like that, their defense stinks. We know this now, right? I don't want to hear anything ever again this year about the Broncos' defense. They're horrible. Bengals' defense, actually not that bad so far. And, again, you can laugh all you want against the Lions and say, Mitchell, come on, they beat Detroit. They pounded Detroit last week, and Detroit was at least competitive in their games before that, on the scoreboard anyway. Last week, they were never in the game. Burrow is the real deal. He has this absolutely, they found this with Chase. They got it right. In the preseason, people were panicking. He is already one of the better weapons in football. And I would tell you this, right? They're plus, we'll do more in the playoffs coming up in about 20 minutes. They're plus 180 right now. But it's such a big game because if Cincinnati can shock the world, right, and win this game, after Baltimore, they get the Jets on the road, Cleveland at home bye, then they get the Raiders, Pittsburgh, Chargers, and San Francisco. The last 3 of those games are all at home. Not that home field is the be-all, end-all anymore in football, but their schedule breaks to where, as the 5 seed right now, maybe they're a playoff team this year.
Yeah, I like the under. Cincinnati's played 5 unders in a row. You're right about Chase, though. It's just great for Burrow and then a team, period, to have that home run hitter. Anytime you can just throw it deep. Ravens 12-2-1 under run at home after a blowout win. That's more than 3 touchdowns. So that's in play, too, what you have with this one. But the big show-me game, incredible. And how about KC and Tennessee now? I mean, where are the stops coming from in this game? KC, it's a 3-13-1 ATS run. It's 1-9 ATS last 10 against the AFC. They lead the league in turnovers, keep turning the ball over, but they can't stop the run at all. So, I mean, what you're right. You said it before the game, and then what happened on Monday. What is Henry going to do on the ground against Kansas City? Yeah. They're at the bottom and stopping the run.
I can't imagine the Chiefs are going to be able to slow down this offense at all. But on the flip side, a couple of guys were lost for the season in that Tennessee defense on Monday night in the win against the Bills. Are they going to slow down KC at all? This total is now up to 57.5. One of the highest totals in the NFL in the last 4 or 5 years. And the stops are going to be coming from where? From who? Unless the Chiefs, now this would be a shocker, if they would actually neutralize Henry and he finishes the game with 21 carries for 86 yards. And by the way, I can't wait to see his prop is definitely out there. I haven't seen it yet. It's going to have to be in the low, 120s.
Yep.
Against his team.
They've had issues protecting Tannehill. He was the most sacked quarterback, but KC's last in sacks. but points against, they're 29th. Tennessee's 24th. But this guy, I mean, who knows how many touchdowns he's going to have? He's got double-digit touchdowns already. He's averaging like $130 a game on the ground.
Yeah.
Video game numbers, what he's doing.
But I think Mahomes is going to go bonkers
I could
here.
see that.
And that would surprise nobody.
Yep.
If you're looking for more sports betting discussion around your local teams, BetRivers has you covered. BetRivers has launched a series of CityCasts designed to tackle sports betting from the local perspective. There are CityCasts in Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, LA, and now Denver. Subscribe to your local CityCast wherever you get your podcasts. Up next, more NFL games coming up on Sunday. There is a very popular two-team teaser this week in the NFL, and I'll tell you, they are begging us to bet it. I'll give you the details on that coming up next.